Welcome back, everybody, to the God of War. So the one over there, that one, for some reason I just couldn't get to it. I think I have to go all the way around. Gonna do the easy way up.
Prepare yourself!
Brother! Get up, brother!
So... I think we can just use it and light the fires without having to fight them.
Another name. Gunnar.
Someone who loved the Valkyries enough to do this? I wonder. Perhaps the Queen?
Didn't have to fight them. That's good. Like get up there though.
I believe I was saying the Aesir had power, but lacked for strategy. All this could I faithfully provide. And so, a stranger from a far-off island found himself with Odin's ear, trusted as he trusted no one but himself. And with that kind of power, laddie, I must confess, there are perks.
Yeah, but he's Odin.
I never claimed to be perfect, laddie, only clever. And often too clever by half.
So what'd you do to get Odin so mad at you?
Well, for a long time my job was to enable Odin, and I was fucking excellent at it. Gradually, as I grew more to care about people and the world, my job became to contain him, to protect him from himself. By serving peace, I served his interests as well, that's the truth. But he saw it as disloyalty. No longer trusting my motives, but not wishing to part with my brain or tongue, he bound me to a tree and adopted a new pastime of casual torture.
Well, I'm glad we came along to cut off your head.
Aye, lad. Lucky break that was.
That thing is at the top. I can't get up here this way.
What happened to the city?
I'm not entirely sure, lad. It was abandoned long before Jormungandr came to town and flooded the place.
I wonder what it was like to live here.
Let's go return the bones of whatever her name was. Yeah, I found one of the last bone while I was trying to get up to the place. Hey there.
We have collected the rest of your woman's corpse spirit. Show us this magic you have promised.
My sweet Gulvik, whole again. Rise, dear Gulvik. Awaken, O powerful Gulvik!
Erni ukar bit.
Don't like this.
She says she'll honor our request
Eldi fagna.
and reunite us.
Indauder!
Okay, you were right. Joey, not ready. Need more time. Father, watch All right, say it. I told you so.
I told you so.
You are naive, foolish boy.
This is true as well. But do not take your disappointment out on me, boy. Take it as a lesson.
Yes, sir.
That was all. That's the fight. Main story. Just remembered I do have. Yeah, I thought I would have more.
If I'm not mistaken, we've yet to discuss the tale of the giant Bergelmir.
Oh, yeah. I remember his shrine. It looked happier than the other ones. Mostly.
It begins in an ocean of blood.
Finally, a story worth hearing.
If you remember, Ymir, the first giant, was fatally stabbed by Odin. It's in his blood our story starts. Ymir's magical guts poured out in a torrent so violent it threatened to flood all of creation. The Jotnar were unprepared, as the very last of them were washed away in the endless tide. Not just Ymir, but all of giant kind faced extinction. And so would Odin's victory have been complete. But Ymir's kind did not all perish that day. Staying afloat in the hollowed husk of a tree, the frost giant Bergelmir endured, as did his lady wife. For weeks they sailed, until finally they came upon a new land. They called it Jotunheim. And there they would start anew. As father and mother they would multiply exceedingly, and as king and queen they worked to make Jotunheim a land where giants would know no master but themselves. Bergelmir never sought revenge for Odin's slaughter. His vengeance was to live and prosper. He died at peace, a legion of his kin to mourn him. He would ever be known as Bergelmir the Beloved.
Bergelmir the Beloved. Huh. I've never heard a story end that way. Not a true one, anyway.
You do, laddie. You take a wrong turn, brother. Realm
think
travel
so.
room's back up top.
We might have last-minute stuff we want to do before we leave. Who knows how long we'll
Get it up.
This'll be our best work yet. Just need a little help from you lot. Good to see you sweating the details. Say the word, kid. What next? Yeah, boy? You think what you want? Where were we on that other thing?
I don't know what we'll find when we get to Jotunheim, but we must cover our tracks. Odin's ravens will tell him of the tower's restoration, and we mustn't let our efforts be to his benefit.
Very well.
This is it! Here we go!
Hold on, wait a minute. This isn't going to work.
What?
There's no travel crystal. Tyr must have used his own eyes to refract the energy. It was his final failsafe.
We've got eyes like him, Mimir.
I've got an eye. One! Odin plucked out my other eye precisely to keep me from traveling. Sorry, lads. Thought that would work.
What did Odin do with your other eye?
He'd have kept it. Any of 100 places, I'm afraid.
We've come so far. There has to be a way.
Look, bit of a long shot. For years, I had seen Sindri, sometimes Brock, lurking around in that mountain when Odin came for his visits. Maybe they know something.
Brock and Sindri.
Unlikely.
Hey guys, question for you. Anyone know where we can find Mimir's other eye?
Oh. That's... I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, Odin asked me to... He wanted me to build a... He showed it to me, you see, and I... declined. Sorry, will you excuse me? Oh.
Well, that was useless.
You know, it was about that same time that Odin came around looking for me to build a statue with some sort of hidden compartment. Now, that not being a weapon and the Aesir being a bunch of pock-speckled cockers, I too saw fit to decline. But I know we got it built just the same.
What was the statue?
It's that one of Thor out there flashing his sack to the lake.
The statue that the serpent ate.
Sorry about that. Feeling much better.
How are we supposed to look inside the snake?
Inside? Oh no!
We'd better go see what the world serpent has to say about that. Well, what lies ahead? Now would be a good time to make sure your gear is ready for the worst. Anything you need to do? Now, once more to the horn.
So what, you think that they have an upgrade waiting? I doubt they would.
This'll be our best work yet. Just need a little help from you lot.
Yeah, see.
Suit yourself.
Ready.
Is the statue lost to us?
He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you roll into his mouth to look inside.
Ew. Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
You're just sitting there.
So, are we really doing this?
Yes.
Letting the serpent swallow us?
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
This is not going to be pleasant.
I am more than okay rolling away from the giant snake's mouth.
Well, that is this episode, everybody. We'll tackle the snake innards next episode. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more of God of War, subscribe, hit the like button, and share that like button. See you next time.